Hello again, my name's Gabe Zollner. Well, 2014's coming to an end. Now, the Associated Press, what they did is they picked what they believe is the most critical and crucial story throughout 2014. Now, I'm going to list a number of events, and I want you to sort of decide as to which one you think the Associated Press chose as being the most important story in America's history throughout the year of 2014. I'm going to start off with Boko Haram. Remember Boko Haram? That's where all those, I think, 350 schoolgirls were kidnapped by these whacked out Islamists and turned into sex slaves. You remember that little picture we had of Michael holding the sign, "Let our girls go"? Oh, you remember that? Yeah, that was one of them. Now, how about all the beheadings by ISIS? You know, we had, what, 4 or 5 of them? That was pretty interesting, was it not? How about the slaughter of tens of thousands of Christians by ISIS as they're raping their way through Iraq and through Pakistan? How about the destruction of century-old churches and artifacts that are irreplaceable by ISIS or the Al-Qaeda's? How about the disappearance of Malaysian Flight 370 with, what, 237 souls on board? That was pretty exciting. Also, it was rather expensive. They spent, I don't know, a couple of $1 billion trying to find that airplane. How about the other Malaysian flight that was shot down around Kosovo with the loss of 250 lives? How about the Ferguson riots? Well, how about the killing of blacks by policemen? How about the Taliban slaughtering 130 school children and their teachers in Pakistan? Now, out of all those that I listed, and there's many more, which do you think that the Associated Press chose as the most riveting story, the most crucial story, the most significant story of 2014? Huh? Well, if you would have said Boko Haram, you would have been wrong. If you would have said the beheading by ISIS, you would have been wrong. If you would have said the slaughter of tens of thousands of Christians, again, you would have been wrong. If you would have said the destruction of century-old churches and irreplaceable artifacts, you would have been wrong. If you would have said the disappearance of MH370 with 230 plus lives on board, you would have been wrong. If you would have said the Ferguson riots, again, you would have been wrong. If you would have said the killing of blacks by police, you would have been right. What does that say to you about the Associated Press? You know what it tells me? They need to be shut down. Yeah, they're just a propaganda arm. There's absolutely no way that the killing by police of blacks surpasses any one of the other stories that I made reference to. What the Associated Press is doing is they're furthering Obama's division between the whites and the blacks and the police. What does the Associated Press think would happen if the police went on a sabbatical? It's absolutely disgusting. And what I think every normal American should do is send a letter expressing their disgust to the editor of Associated Press, letting their congressional representatives know how disgusted they are with the Associated Press for naming what they perceive to be the most important story of 2014, which was the killing by police of blacks. I don't think the police killed blacks intentionally I think they did it to preserve their own lives and their own safety. And how could the Associated Press not consider the slaughter of those two officers in Brooklyn, New York, Windjam Liu and Rafael Ramos? Instead, they picked what they felt would further fan the flames of division. That's what I think. I hope you folks take this video and send it to everyone that you know. You need to do that. It's really important to get the message through that the Associated Press, I believe, is nothing but a propaganda instrument of this corrupt, dysfunctional, Muslim-run administration.